So in our program, our aim is to reach communities that are far out of reach, away from big metros. And our aim is also to reach out to the 9 provinces that we have in the country. And so in Gauteng, we looked at schools that are in the far west, far east, far south, far north regions, which are generally away from the metro. And Boipelo was one of the schools we identified, which is in the far west Rand, and looking at their performance and from a previously disadvantaged community, we thought that it's a school with potential, and they needed a lab. They had a lab previously but not maintained, and etc. And yeah, so we identified them as one of our beneficiaries, and we are here today to give them a computer lab and make the kids, the learners' dreams really come true. So we recently launched PEU, which is our flagship CSI program. PEU, which stands for Progressive Educational Upliftment, derived from the Tswana word seed. In that we mean that we plant the seed of education, through what we do in our communities. So our program was launched in February, and we have already donated 2 labs. This is our 3rd one. We still have more labs that we're going to donate throughout the year, and I think for the next few years, for as long as IR skills or 4 IR skills are still in demand. We have donated a lab in Bloemfontein to Koort Primary School. Recently we donated a lab in Boipelo Secondary School, which is in KZN, Stanger. And yeah, and this is our 3rd one. In the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing another one south of Gauteng in a school in Meyerton, which is a farm school, also far out of reach from the metro and city center.
It was a team effort, and I must tell you, it didn't start easily. At the beginning of the year, we actually were thinking we're not gonna make it. But we sat down and strategized as teachers. We started doing differentiated teaching. We even went to the extent of raising funds to get a remedial educator to help learners and motivate and encourage them to read on their own. So it was a team effort. There was a time when we'd spend the day and the afternoon and even the evenings with learners until 8 o'clock at night. We rented kumbis to ensure that we took them home after hours. So it was a team effort. It was not like my effort alone. It was the entire staff being involved. The opening of the lab sets us up as a future school of choice. This will be the first time that we have such a facility in Kagiso. And because we got such good results and we intend to get even better results, we believe that it will set children up for getting skills that will make them ready for the world of work. We know that these days it's a requirement to be able to use computers when you get to the world of work. So we are hoping that when our learners leave the school, they are at least qualified to use a computer. If we can get to a point where we give them a Microsoft qualification, at least the user support qualification, we'll have done a decent job at that. The relationship with Rectron was actually quite accidental. And I suppose it goes with working hard and doing your best at what you do. The results really attracted Rectron to us. It was not like we went out looking for Rectron. The only thing that we had to do was put up a pitch once Rectron had identified a number of schools that they had thought would qualify for this. And they chose us on the strength of the pitch that we put forth, what we promised to achieve and what we would do with the laboratory. So it was more like we got good results and we were now in the spotlight, and Rectron was there to say, you know what, we want to associate ourselves with winners. It's not like we went out and knocked at the door of Rectron. It was the other way.
You know, the effort Rectron made for our school, I think it's not only going to help the Boipelo students, it's also going to help the community, because we are planning on developing as much as we can, even those who are not privileged enough. We're hoping it will assist even in the community to address the issues that were not addressed in the past, because we're intending to give a helping hand to those who cannot even use the computer. We're planning to have programs that will help even our parents, because there will be extra classes for them. We will be giving courses. The aim here is to develop our people. The aim here is to make sure that our students, when they leave the school, they become people who can do whatever that needs to be done by them. They won't have any challenges as much. I am a parent here. I am a chairperson of the school governing body. When we came here, we are a newly elected SGP. We came last year, and when we started here, we find out there's no laboratory. We don't have library. We don't have computer lab. We are underprivileged, in fact. So we started the initiative of going around with the principal and asking for donations. Even now we still do, because there's a lot that needs to be done. Can you imagine? Our school, we passed our matric with 100% in physics without even having a laboratory. Once we have a laboratory, what's going to happen with our results? We are aiming for 100% pass, because last year was our second year with matrix. Remember, this was a primary school and then it developed to a secondary. So we're hoping to get 100% going further, not only for Boipelo, village. We're hoping we will touch even other schools, other SGPs will see and take and learn from us, and then we'll work together with them.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.